just reaching for a piece of you. Come on, moonwalker, heart stopper. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Kilodrums TV. My name is Tony Moore and our special guest today is Jackie Barnes. And we are in the awesome Mooloolaba music. This is a segment that we love to call Gear. And this is a piece of kit, isn't it?
This is awesome.
This is an amazing kit. But before we get to the kit, Jackie's been doing lots of playing shows and stuff like that. What have you been doing lately, Jackie?
Well, Lockie Dolly, so we've got a new album coming out.
What's that called?
Well Worth Fighting For, I believe, yeah.
What a great title.
Yeah, and that's the first single. It's a really great album.
That's
I'm
an awesome
really
title.
excited about this. So we launched that in a couple of weeks, and I've been on tour with Richard Marx.
Wow.
From the States, so that's been
He's
really cool.
He's got some fantastic music.
Yeah, so many hit songs. He's a great guy. The band were like awesome players. Yeah.
You would have fit in like a glove.
So I've been
Fit in
busy,
like a
man.
glove.
I've been busy.
Yeah, that's so cool. So been all over the place too. That was a national tour across the country.
Around Australia, yeah.
Great stuff. What was your favourite show? Sunshine Coast. No.
Probably either the Palais Theatre in Melbourne or the State Theatre in Sydney. I always love playing the State.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
What
venue.
was your favourite song to play? Like, obviously he's got a large body of work there and some amazing songs. But from a drummer's perspective, what was your favourite?
Angelia.
Angelia.
And it's not so much a complicated kind of groove, but it's just a nice pocket. I really love the chord progression, love the melodies, love the whole
Sweet.
song. But I love all his songs, man. So,
Yeah. Oh, that's such a great tour to be on.
yeah.
Well, you could have taken this kit on tour because this is a special kit.
This is special, and we've just landed three really special kits from British Drum Co. So British Drum Company from Manchester in England, handmade in the UK. This is a one-off kit. So basically, would have been about probably 2 years ago. I was talking to Keith, who owns and makes these drums.
Now, what's Keith's heritage? Where did he come from?
He came from, well, he had his own custom.
Original, yeah.
Yeah,
So
he was a custom drum maker.
and like mod stuff. Hey.
Yeah.
Do specialize in things.
And then he was poached by Premier when they
Yeah.
when they had a kind of resurgence and started making kits in the UK again.
Yeah.
He
The
made-
old way.
Yeah. He was brought in to make those, and then broke off from that to form British Drum Company with some of his friends.
There's some pretty cool technology that's gone into this stuff.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, the British Drum Co. is pretty new company. What?
Yeah.
4 years?
No, I
5
think they're
years?
about 6 or 7 years now.
Okay.
And basically, they cold press their shells. So
Yep. So that means.
So most drum companies that make ply shells use a heat system to heat up the glue so it bonds.
Yep. Bonds goes off quick.
Yep, and they can press the shells quicker.
Yep. So these take about 48 hours or something.
Yeah, they
in the
take a bit
mold?
longer, but they cold press them so they don't use heat. It means if they are doing a wrap, that they can have the wrap on the shell
As one of the veneers.
as one of the plies essentially,
Yeah.
and without damaging it through heat. And then they have a straight join, so there's no overlap, and they use a little kind of metallic strip to cover that as a design
Which is
feature.
really, I love the fact
not
that
on
they
this
do
one
that.
because this is just a beautiful wood finish.
But even they've done a bit of a heritage throwback on the styling of their lugs too.
Yeah,
haven't
so
they?
the hardware's
Art
all called
Deco.
Palladium. The Palladium, hardware, which is throughout all of the kits, and
Yeah.
it's a nod to the heritage of the company and British heritage, and it's all very well put together and well thought out. And then the other thing I love about these drums is the attention to detail. So little things like the grommets and like the washers and stuff. We'll show a close up of the inside of one of the shells, and you'll see there's like little wooden kind of washers and like a little British drum code on everything.
Like we're talking about the inside of the drum, there's a washer where the nut is, and on that washer it's got all this beautiful detail around it.
Yeah.
And it's really something you don't see on many drums, if at all. Like I got a couple of vintage drums, real old, where they used to stamp them in when they'd punch out the little washers.
Yeah.
But this is quite unique, and they've also They've also got a beautiful laser cut badges. Now,
Beautiful laser cut badges.
because you ordered this kit,
Yeah.
tell us about the badge, the special one you put
So
on.
back to how this particular kit came about. I'd been talking to Keith
Yeah.
and said I'd love to do something, a one of a kind in like a one-off finish for this shop and for the Sunshine Coast. And I said, I basically left it up to his imagination and said, imagine, white sand, lots of sunshine,
Yeah.
beaches, Sunshine Coast, and put that into your imagination and see what comes out. And this was what he came up with.
It's beautiful.
So there's a bit of like, you can imagine like the sand and then the yellow for the sun, and it's just
And
a
because
beautiful,
It's quilted maple, is it, or quilted birch?
Birch, yeah.
And because of the quilting, if you actually look along the shell, it has like a sand, kind of rippled sand, doesn't it? Like when the water runs out in the quilting, it's just but it's a gloss finish.
Yeah, so these are 100% Scandinavian birch shells.
Scando birch.
Euro birch.
We love birch.
We love birch and we love high-end birch.
Yes.
And these are, so this is what they call their Legend series. And, so they're a 6mm Scandinavian birch shell with a 45-degree bearing edge.
6 mil through all the drums?
I believe so, yes. Yeah.
Nice. Because that's a really good way to build consistency.
Yeah.
Because often drum makers will go thicker on big drums and thinner on small toms, but it's the opposite way around.
Yeah.
Thick shell, high pitch, thin shell, low pitch.
Yep.
So you get really nice. I can't wait to hear that floor tom then.
It's amazing. So, 45-degree bearing edges. These are kind of like the two main series that British Drum Co. make. The Legend series is geared towards kind of like your real backbeat players, your pop rock players. That birch is really kind of
present,
very punchy.
And of course, Superstar series drums, Tama, the recording customs, all birch legacy, beautiful drums.
And they've come with Evans G1 clears, both batter and
personal
reso,
favorite,
which are a personal favorite of mine, especially on birch drums. I love a clear head.
Yeah,
they're they project really well, but they're still nice and open. I like the drums to be nice and open.
So what are some of the things on here that you really particularly love?
Well then, talking back the badges, they did a custom, one-off badge for this kit as well that they've laser cut, and it's part of what they call the Founders Reserve, which are the custom kits.
Custom, beautiful.
And it's just, there's little things like under the badge, there's a little gold kind of insert just to kind of give it a little pop of color. The same color in the badge as well. That's that
so
kind of
sweet.
classiness of the British Drum Company.
It's really well thought out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even I'm looking here at the pinstriping, or it's actually an inlay.
Yeah.
It's just beautifully done.
The craftsmanship is spectacular.
Yeah.
And with the heads they've chosen for it, complement the shells really well. I've got the matching snare as well, which is beautiful.
Yes, we'll hear that in a minute too.
Yeah.
So what are our sizes? What did you order?
So 22 by 16.
Yep.
10 by 7, 12 by 8, 16 by 16, and
Lovely.
a 14 by 6.5 snare.
Nice,
Yeah.
pretty
so
rocking.
it's a pretty,
and
rocking kit.
what are these like? The triple flange. Triple flange tubes.
Yep.
Probably a bit 2.3 mil.
2.3.
Yep.
They seem to be about 2.3.
So a bit more
Yep.
focused
Yep.
in tone.
Focused in tone, but nice and open.
Yeah.
You can get that openness if you want.
Yeah.
You can go to like a 2-ply head if you want to kind of fatten them up a little
yeah,
more, but
sweet.
I kind of like the clear single ply.
Especially with that kind of tympanic kind of tune.
Yeah, they're
lifting
kind
it.
of
Sweet.
Yep, they sing. And then there's a clear EMAD on the bass drum.
Yep.
There's no deadening in here, no porthole on the front, but as you'll hear later, it sounds phenomenal. So it doesn't really need anything.
We like them open anyway. That's how it sounds. You can customize it later. So speaking of customizing though, if someone wanted to get any of this kind of kit, they could order any size. That's how custom it is?
Yeah, I think, to a degree, like if you were to talk to someone at British Drum Company and give them an idea, I'm sure they would go out of their way to try and keep you happy and do it.
Yeah.
And, as far as I know, you can spec something, that you like and they'll have a go at it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, they've done a great job.
And they've done a beautiful job on this, and you'll see we've got a couple of other kits that we got custom made for the shop that are also one-offs that are really exciting. So, this is the only one of this in the world. I think he called it Buckingham Stripe. I call it Sunny Coast.
Yeah, Sunshine Coast.
But yeah, this is the only one of this finish in the world.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. It's like a racing stripe too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really beautiful, and in person, it's even more stunning.
Yeah,
I can remember I got sent some progress photos while it was being made,
yeah,
and thought this is going to be cool. But when I saw it in person, I was like, oh my god, it's like out of this world, man.
It's just beautiful. Now, before we have a play, we'll quickly touch on the symbols. So what have we got matched up today?
So we've got some Murat Daril Turkish symbols. So they're
beautiful. Handmade in Turkey.
Handmade in Turkey, northern Turkey. Samsun is the city.
Yeah.
And he makes gorgeous symbols. We've got a couple of ones that I hadn't played before. These are the Chameleon series, which are
beautiful symbols,
which are made in together with Harvey Mason, who's one of my favorite drummers from Herbie Hancock's band and the Headhunters. Fantastic funk and jazz drummer. So these are his two signature rides.
You can kind of
they're both crash rides.
When you start wailing on that one over there, you'll see why it's
my favorite.
Up. Yeah,
that's my favorite Murat symbol so far. And then these are the Velvet Superior series. So they're kind of like Murat's top end kind of Turkish symbols.
Beautiful.
They're think like kind of Constantinople or like
lovely.
your high end.
Yep. So a lot of shimmer, really nice.
Yeah,
well,
very
velvety,
traditional Turkish sound, so
beautiful.
They've got that kind of top end, that kind of, but they've still got a lot of body and just extremely musical cymbals. That's an 18 crash, 14-inch hats.
Yep.
If you were playing like a little compact kit, there's no reason why you couldn't use this as a little kind of crash ride. It's a beautiful sounding cymbal. So
nice, awesome. Well, Jackie, I reckon there's only one thing left to do, mate. I'll jump on the lounge and you give us some love.
Let's hear them. All right.
Jackie, that sounds so cool.
Man, these are, I love them.
Love it. Even the cymbals, beautifully, velvetly, matching into everything.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful kit. I was just focusing on the flames through here. You guys got to come and check it out. Just look at the flame on this bass drum, all through there, on these toms. It's just beautiful.
Just gorgeous.
Even all the details, like around here on the tom mounts, they actually the Art Deco style.
Yeah, and then the
matching
matching,
the lugs.
the matching memory locks as well.
That's just so cool. I mean, that's never going to go anywhere, is it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I like the direct-to-shell mounts as well. They've got the isolation there, same as on the floor tom legs.
Floors, which is why that thing just sinks.
Yeah, so they're beautifully designed, beautifully thought out.
And that's the color you were talking about inside that badge.
Yep.
If you can see that in there,
That little bit of that pop of gold.
sort of gold,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Little
Well, I love it.
little things that just catch your eye, and every time you walk around and look at this kit, you'll spot something else that kind of jumps out and
And
grabs
I'm
you.
just looking at that badge on the inside of the drum again.
Yeah,
This
and there's that little
Yeah,
pop of gold.
there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually matching there too.
yeah.
It's so cool.
Attention to detail, man, and it's playing drums like this, it's a joy. It's a real joy to play this kit.
That's why we love this show, which is called Gear, Gear, Gear. This segment, we just love it because we just love gear. And, these guys really deserve some credit and applause for the effort put in on these drums. So Keith and the team, British Drum Co., you guys done an amazing job here. Beautifully finished. Your attention to detail is like next level.
Yep.
And the drums speak for themselves with a bit of help here from our awesome pocket man, Mr. JB.
It's good to be back.
It's great to be back. Can't wait to see you on your next tour.
Thank you.
Keep an eye out on Jackie's socials. Actually, what's your Instagram and stuff, Jackie?
All my socials are at I am Jackie Barnes.
So who are you, sorry? I am Jackie Barnes. I'm not. He is Jackie Barnes. So all of Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah,
Twitter,
blah.
all that sort of stuff, yeah.
Excellent. So that's where you can find Jackie. Jackie, thank you so much for coming and playing this amazing kit.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
me.
for
Yeah.
ordering it.
Yeah.
And we get to see what we call Sunshine Coast Yellow. Racing Stripe, such a beautiful drums. So thank you, British Drum Co. Also want to thank Malulaba Music for allowing us to shoot in this amazing place.
Yeah.
Thank you to Murat Drill Cymbals.
Yep.
Quality cymbals made the old school way.
Yep.
And you just heard them and they sound amazing. I'm eyeing that one off.
Harvey Mason.
That's a beautiful, beautiful crash over there. Sweet as.
Yep.
Anyway, that's a wrap on this one. My name's Tony Moore. You've been watching Killer Drums TV. This is Gear, Gear, Gear. Thank you, Jackie Barnes, once again. We will catch you on the next one. All the best. Jackie, play us out.
Yeah.